Um, this past Monday, Pumpkin Tits presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom to former college wrestler Dan Gable during a ceremony in the Oval Office. Dan then attended Iowa State, where he secured two NCAA wrestling championships, a National Wrestling Championship, three Big Eight titles, and he became a three-time All-American. Pumpkin Tits said, reading from prepared remarks. He won 117 consecutive matches and lost only one. Then the squatter wiped for a moment. Well, in politics, he claims that he won two, so he in his mind he thinks he's 2-0 when he's actually 1-1. So about this, Pumpkin Tits is of course saying that he twice won election as squatter of the United States. That basically goes back to 2016 when he actually did win, but technically he shouldn't have. A win to which one would certainly upend the asterisk of his popular vote loss. It was a bit like Gable winning a match because his opponent, who was leading on points, was disqualified, but that's neither here nor there. He is squatter, so it's perfectly fair to count it. But Pumpkin Tits is also counting the 2020 election, in which he believes in his mind, but he both lost a popular electoral vote. Not in every state, certainly, but in enough that the college wrestling equivalent would be that he was trailing on points, and then he himself was disqualified. It's hard to find the silver lining in that, except of course that Pumpkin Tits is pretending that there was some rampant fraud that led to his loss. There is no evidence of this, even after a month when his allies fiercely sought such evidence. It's just him saying over and over again that he actually won when he didn't, like Gable insisting to passers-by that according to rules he himself made up, he actually won the last contest. What's particularly remarkable about Pumpkin Tits protestations at this point is that the ship has long sailed. There is not only no evidence of the sort of fraud that might compel a court to overturn the election, or that might prompt a good faith legislator to reveal the results, but the process of formalizing the President-elect Joe Biden's win has already moved past the point of no return. Last week, we reported that the governors of most of the states where Pumpkin Tits was trying to overturn the results had already filed paperwork with the National Archives indicating the slate of electors who should be considered valid for the purposes of tallying electoral votes. These ascertainment documents, as they're known, are more than symbolic. The voting counting rules established for Congress to follow when it finalizes electoral vote early next month mandate that in the event of a House-Senate conflict on electoral votes, the winner is whichever slate is identified by state's executive. In other words, if the people who would have been Pumpkin Tits electors in Georgia decided to send their votes for Pumpkin Tits, it could prompt a Republican-led Senate to pretend that those are the votes that should be counted, but the Democratic-led House presumably wouldn't, so the dispute would fall to the electors, whose appointment shall have been certified by the executive of the state as the Electoral Count Act of 1887 states. And here's the ascertainment document in which Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, who's a Republican, identifies that those electors as being the ones for Biden. Since last week's article, a number of other states have submitted their ascertainment documents, including California, the state with the most electoral votes at stake, of the 6 states on which Pumpkin Tits has focused on his slapdash efforts to steal electors, have all now ascertained the results for Biden. Additionally, the number of states that have certified their votes has increased, with only one Biden state not yet doing so. According to the New York Times, even if that state, Hawaii, does not certify its vote, it doesn't matter. Biden already has more than 270 electoral votes from states they already have. That matters for the electoral college match for another reason. Any state that has certified its vote by December 8th is granted safe harbor and is considered to be conclusive, as the Congressional Research Service explained in October. Despite all of this, Pumpkin Tits insists on claiming that he can somehow win, which he won't. He keeps trying different tactics, challenging things in court, pressuring legislators that lead to a new flurry of stories about how nope, he still lost. He's lost Georgia multiple times already by now, because Georgia's already counted 3 times, and all 3 times Biden came out the winner. And losing the original count, losing the hand audit, and losing a recount that his campaign requested. Georgia certified its vote again Tuesday, leading to new headlines about Pumpkin Tits losing that state. As this article was being written, the Supreme Court rejected Pumpkin Tits' last-ditch effort to throw out the votes in Pennsylvania. Even if we can belabor the analogy, it's like Gable losing to a competitor on points and then getting disqualified, and then insisting that rules he invented show that he should have won, and claiming that his opponent cheated without evidence, and constantly call on newspapers and TV stations to insist that then they educate his claims, spurring repeated articles and news coverage pointing out again and again and again that he in fact lost. But Dan Gable wouldn't do that because that's not what serious competitors do. So if you like the video, give the video a like, and um so So, if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, Random Mike, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.